Hello, thank you for coming today to do my interview. So let's just get started. I understand that in your occupation you have to use your communication skills on an everyday basis. What communication skills do you use and how do you use those skills effectively?
Well, I work at a high school as an education support officer or a school teacher aide.
Yeah.
So I'm working with kids across the board. Some have quite severe learning differences or difficulties, and others are just mainstream children.
Yeah.
And obviously, being teenagers, you have to address them, differently. So some of the younger kids, you sort of can take more of a caring role.
Yeah.
Whereas some of the senior students are sort of a little bit more relaxed and laid back. Obviously, with the kids that have quite severe learning difficulties, I need to tailor my speech and my vocabulary so that it's very simple. The directions are very clear and concise with not a lot of filling words as such and vocab. And again, it depends on the subject that we're studying.
Yeah, so your communication skills really vary to each student specifically.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Wow, okay.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Okay, so as well as the communication skills varying with each student, I understand that you'll have to deal with other colleagues and then teachers as well. How do your communication skills vary with them? So what communication skills do you have to use with them?
Yes, well, generally speaking, with the kids that I'm charged with the learning differences, quite often I'll have to report back to the teaching staff on a daily basis, both after the actual lesson has finished as well as writing reports on how that student is coping and how they're going with the actual curriculum. So yes, it really does vary, and again, from subject to subject. So I would do, obviously I speak to them, be sending emails, and with your emails you have to make sure that your point is, again, very clear, and also keeping in mind that could be used as a legal document for giving information to parents of the student, and also keeping a clear line of communication and information on how that particular student is going.
So it really is very essential in so many aspects to use your communication skills effectively.
Absolutely. You can't have any mistakes. Have to be very clear in what you're wanting to say. So yes.
Yeah. So with your students, from my understanding, then you have to really gain a personal relationship with them. Have you encountered any difficulties using and then you had to use your communication skills to resolve the solution?
Absolutely. My role is quite unique as a school officer. I always try to build a rapport straight off the bat, basically with each year that comes through with new students. And obviously now from high school, running from 7 through to 12, I've been working at this one particular college for 3 years now, so I have built quite a strong relationship with a lot of the kids. That, this is our 3rd year working through in their classrooms. So, like I said, being in the unique role, I'm not their teacher, so I always say to the kids, I'm not writing your tests, I'm not marking your homework. I'm more of a mediator, I guess, between the student and the teacher.
Wow. Yeah.
So yes, it's I enjoy the role a lot. It's a great thing. You get to have a friendship with a lot of the students, and being able to have that, go between. Between the kids is really really fulfilling.
I can really see that. Yeah, it must be really fulfilling for you. Really satisfying job.
Yeah. Having those breakthroughs with the kids, that have learning difficulties, and that with that light bulb moment when they get it is really, really rewarding. And that might have taken me over the course of a few weeks or a few lessons to get the point through to the student, to actually help them understand what the task is being asked of them, whether it be practical based or theory. So it is. It's fantastic, and that's gained by breaking down the instructions and, like you say, communicating it to them effectively.
Yeah, wow. So building that rapport through your communication really is very important.
Absolutely. Like, there's no point in being sort of, bad cop with with some of the kids. You've really got to work out how to get through, or how to break through or break down those walls, because, like, let's face it, if you're having trouble dealing with something and working through with something, as a teenager, it's hard to accept that help, because the students have to come to an acceptance that they are struggling with it, and actually asking for that help sometimes is really difficult.
Yeah, it must be difficult.
So you have to be very, I guess, what's the word? Very in tune with what they're going through, and trying not to overstep that line, and
definitely.
and getting the key, I guess, to unlock the problems for them. So yes.
Yeah. Okay. Oh, we hit 5 minutes. Sweet.